Hello and welcome to my next smartwatch review. Today we have it's actually the V18 Pro Max. Now I know it says V18 Pro on the front of the box, but the description on the website said it is the V18 Pro Max. I got this off AliExpress for an entire $7.73. It is sort of an imitation of one of those Samsung watches. Loosely, it kind of looks like that shape-wise. I'm going to show you what comes out of the box, go charge it, wear it for several days, and then come back with my full, fair, and honest thoughts and opinions. The user manual is very tiny print here. I cannot even tell. I can't read what app that is. So we'll figure that out. But I just want to show you what comes out of the box in this first segment. We're going to have a silicone wrist strap. We're going to have the body of the watch itself here. And we're going to have one of those inductive magnet charging bases where, okay, it says that's the back. You'll put this end into a USB-A charging brick of some sort. And then the watch will sit on it like this. Let's take a look at this watch. We'll peel off that back cover. Does it have one on the face? No, yeah, it does. Let me peel that off. All right. Let me press and hold the power button here to see if it has any battery life out of the box. It does. I'm going to go ahead and say it right out of the gate. The screen looks pretty grainy. But it's a decent looking form factor of a watch. The band is going to slide in thusly, and I'll maybe do this off camera. No, I'll do it in real time here. That's not too bad. So that's the top, and then this would be the bottom. Let's see. Which is which here? It's going to be this way. So that's how you would slide that in. I've got a spare orange band from my other Samsung clone watch, and I might slip that band in just to wear it to kind of maybe look a little bit more like that other watch. Oh, that's cool. It's got a 3D menu system here that just spins around like a ball. Okay, that's pretty darn cool. Let me press and hold the face here, and this is usually how you change the faces. Yeah, the screen, it's big. It's easy to read. Again, not the highest resolution. It looks a little grainy. I don't want to get too deep into this. Looks like, yeah, there's a flashlight feature here. Don't want to get too far into it here. I just wanted to show you what comes out of the box. I'm going to be back in a few days, if not a week or more, with my full, fair, and honest thoughts. But for you watching, that's just going to seem like a couple seconds through the magic of editing. Alright, so I'm back with an update. Before I even made it to bed last night, this watch started to fall off, and this band is really, really thin and cheap. And the little clasp here, I'm going to zoom in so you can see exactly what happened. It's metal that just separated in the middle, and it fell apart, and the actual prong that goes through the band is stuck on the other side of the band. So I just kind of took it off before bedtime last night and tossed it to the side. But this thing is so cheap, it didn't even stay on my wrist for one night. So I'm going to try to find another band that will work. I just can't believe how cheap this is. So I'm going to call this one already. Do not buy this smartwatch. It's not even worth the insanely cheap price. This little prong that goes through technically should be right in the middle, right where that gap is, and it's just a stupid design. So I'm going to try to find another band that will fit in here. I don't know if I can do that or not, but for now I'm tossing this one to the side, and I'm going to move on to the next smartwatch and maybe come back to this one, maybe not, but it's not looking good. Alright, so I'm back. It's a few days later here, and what I did was get a pair of pliers and just squeeze this clasp back together, and that's been enough to get me through a few nights and days of wearing this watch. Now, let's start with the display. It is only a 240 by 240 pixel display. It's 1.52 inches. But if you look closely, it's a little bit like looking through a screen door. It is just not sharp. It's not crisp. It's not a really great display. I have the lift your wrist feature turned off to save battery life. You can turn that on if you wish. When you lift your wrist, it'll come on. Screen off time, I've just now turned up to a minute. You can use it as a bedside lamp if you wish. You can actually set the time and date right on the watch itself. And there's some various settings in here. Do not disturb, mute the app. And now the app here is called Hyper Watch. All right, we'll come back to that. I'll do a review in a couple minutes here. Not an app I'd ever seen before, but let's go back to the beginning. If we swipe down, we get into the settings. There's airplane mode. There's a flashlight mode that will light up all the pixels, so you could use it in the dark. You can connect to your phone via Bluetooth. It's got a sleep mode, like a nighttime mode, and you can get into settings, which is where I just started this clip. Okay. At the beginning screen, if you swipe from right to left, this gets you into your menu setting, and there are different menu styles here. This is kind of like a 3D cube. It will do blood pressure, but I don't believe it's accurate. This is not a FDA-approved health device in any way, shape, or form, so don't trust any health information to this watch. It's for reference only. But it has blood pressure. You can pull in the weather from your phone when tethered via Bluetooth low energy. There's your sleep tracking from the night before. And if we scroll up, it gives you a little bit of a breakdown of your awake times, your light sleep, your deep sleep. So, you know, that it's all there. Blood oxygen saturation, it does SpO2, but this watch does not have a red diode in it, just a green diode, so keep that in mind. And you can scroll around to the various settings here. Blood pressure, weather, SpO2, here's your heart rate. All right. And if we go the other way around the cube, you can see those other settings. So the menu system is kind of neat. I actually prefer just the list view where you can scroll down and see it that way. But, you know, this is one of the unique features of this watch, so I wanted to bring it to you. If you swipe up, you can get to your SMS messages. It'll pull these in from your phone when tethered via Bluetooth low energy. That works. It's got a calling feature, and I've tested that. It will make and take calls right from the watch. Again, when tethered to your phone via Bluetooth low energy, it's got a built-in speaker and microphone. So that's kind of cool. And, you know, if we double press the button here, we get into all the functions. All right, so from the main screen, let's go back there. If you press this button a second time, and this is the only button over here, this gets you into all your various settings. So let me just overview what all it has. There's that weather, your step count, your sports modes. It's got a whole bunch of sports modes in here. It'll just basically time your the time engaged in the activity with your heart rate trace and estimated kilocalorie burn. This is sort of your overview of your exercise, calorie burn, and distance gone over the course of the day, your heart rate, blood oxygen saturation or SpO2, blood pressure. There's that sleep tracking. This has an EKG feature, but this one is really weird. It's the only one I've ever seen where you don't actually press some part of the watch with another finger to get EKG, but it's not really EKG. It's really just giving you your heart rate. So I'm not exactly sure what this smoke and mirrors is all about here. This display, it's obviously faked. It's not actually doing an EKG measurement here. So this is kind of like one of those features built in just to be a feature that's not really functional in any way, in my opinion. So it just gives me my heart rate in beats per minute. That's it. There's no real EKG in here. And you can get messages from Facebook. It's got a calculator, a calendar. You can have Twitter messages sent in, WhatsApp. You can find your phone feature, stopwatch, capture. This is for taking pictures from your phone, from the watch, where you can basically just shake your watch and it will trigger the camera on your phone to take a picture when tethered via Bluetooth. This gets you back into those settings. It's got a Rubik's Cube thing here. That's lost on me. Let me get back. Oh. All right, it's got a music player. Let's go back. Rubik's Cube, time, and music player. Let's scroll back around. Where were we? Stopwatch, capture settings, Rubik's Cube, time. Here's where you can get into the phone calls, messages. It'll pull in those SMS messages. It's a music controller for your phone. It's got an alarm clock, that weather, step count, sports modes, and now we're back to the beginning. Let's go look at the app. The app here, as I already said, is called HyperWatch. I've never seen this app before. It's a little wonky, but you get your step count, your exercise, time engaged in your exercises, your heart rate and beats per minute, sleep. We'll come back to this. Blood oxygen saturation, you can measure from here. That gives you your SpO2, not a health device, don't trust it. Blood pressure, you can input your weight. Here's your EKG, and again, that really just gives you your heart rate and beats per minute. And you can set up little reminders to consume water, get up and move around if you so wish. So that's kind of what you get on the main screen. Now let's come back to sleep timing, because I find this to be interesting. There's my sleep from the night before. It gives you your wake times, your light sleep, and your deep sleep. But what's really weird here is if I go look at the week, and if you look at the hours here, when I click on these, they all tell me 9 hours and 37 minutes of sleep every night. So there's some glitch going on here. That's just, it obviously is not correct. You can go into your exercise mode, not a GPS watch, but here's where you would manually start your exercise modes from your phone. You can go into your profile and you can change various settings, your name, your age, your height, weight, and exercise goals, set targets, your units for weight and height and distance, and temperature. You can choose either Fahrenheit or centigrade, metric or English, SAE. You can get into your about. It tells you about the watch. It says there's your Hyper Watch app. And, you know, that's about it. You can get into your equipment. Here is a watch face library where you can go in and find some various different watch faces that you can download to the device. It's got enough basic ones in here that you can probably find one that makes you happy. Let me go back. And then, you know, there's your find your phone, frequent contacts, message, push. If you want to push your messages from your phone to the device, here's where you would toggle that on. And here's where you would toggle on all the other notifications from your apps that you want pushed to the watch. And that's about it. The app, kind of cheesy, kind of basic, but it's okay. At least it's intuitive. So my final thoughts on the V18 Pro Max. I bought this with my own money on AliExpress. I think I paid $7.73 for it. So it's like at the budget end of a budget smartwatch. It's got Bluetooth calling, heart rate, sleep tracking, SpO2, EKG, ECG, exercise modes. It's got a 450 milliamp hour battery in it, but I found even with light usage, not connected to Bluetooth a lot, I only got about 2 or 3 days out of it, so the battery life is not that great. The screen display is pretty poor, and it just feels cheap. I mean, you basically saw the band disintegrate on night 1 out of the box. The band is really cheap and thin. The metal here is really cheap and thin. It is, I will give it the fact that it is a good-looking watch, and it looks like a pretty, you know, solid knockoff of a Samsung watch. But in good conscience, I cannot tell you to spend your money on this. Even at less than $8, I'd say save your money and buy something better. Stay away from this one. But I do want to bring you the, you know, budget low end of the market in smartwatches so you can see exactly what you get for your money. Now, this channel here is mostly about kayaking and my health and fitness adventures, hiking, anything in the outdoors I love to do. But I've kind of fallen into doing smartwatch reviews as a way to monetize my YouTube channel. So I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you subscribing and leaving a comment and telling others. Otherwise, come join me at davethekayaker.com for my outdoor adventures. I also have a smartwatch and fitness tracker playlist on YouTube where I've done over 200 fitness tracker and smartwatch reviews now. Go check all those out. So V18 Pro Max gets a thumbs down for me, even for $8. I mean, if you just like the looks and want to be seen wearing something that kind of looks like a Samsung watch, maybe. But if you want, you know, reasonable data and quality, keep looking elsewhere. So that's that one. I'm on a little run here of Samsung Galaxy knockoff watches. I just got the Laxofit GT7 Ultra in the mail yesterday. The box came in a little bit smashed, but this one's going to be up next. I've got another GPS watch on my wrist now, but the weather here has been so cold, and we've got about 6 inches of ice everywhere. It's high winds right now. It's not even safe to go hiking with it, so I don't want to bring this watch to you until I've actually tested the GPS function on it. Stay tuned. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time and attention, and you know, stay tuned for more smartwatch and outdoor gear and kayaking adventures.